Hello, Leo. I know it's been a minute. And some of you, if you're subscribed or you're members, I was like, oh, I got to put up Gemini because it's their season, y'all. Okay, and it's been a minute. But I was like, I know some Leos are going to be like, but here we are. Leo, excuse me. We're going to hop into your reading and see what's going on with you and the person on your mind. We're going to look at the situation, what you're desiring in the connection, what currently is stopping you from getting what you want, and what outcome you and your person are aligning with currently, okay? But before we do that, Leo, I just want to take a minute to center ourselves with a brief, very brief meditation. All right, so Leo, you can go ahead and fast forward this if you don't want to partake, but if you do, you can just close your eyes, ground yourself, ground your energy, feet on the floor, palms, face down or whatever makes you feel most grounded, okay, Leo? And you're just going to breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and you can either listen or you can repeat after me. All right, so here we go. Breathe in through the nose. And you can repeat, I trust my own inner guidance and wisdom. Abundance, joy, love, prosperity, wealth. It comes to me easily and naturally. I am in alignment with my highest potential outcome in this lifetime. And whatever is meant for me will never pass me by. All right, Leo. Some of those I was just like making it up as I go along. I make up all types of affirmations throughout the day. Also, I speak over whatever I drink, whatever's, I'm ingesting, right? I want to speak over it. So good luck, prosperity, love, abundance. That's what I do, all right? Like a weirdo. All right, so Leo, as I cut the deck, there you are, the lion. The lion is ready. I forget where that's from. All right. Leo, let's see. Let's see how your person's showing up for you. Is this, sometimes when things are off center, it gets on my nerves. All right, here we go. The dragonfly, oh, lots of air. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're showing up with air too. So your person shows up with the dragonfly energy. And then I'm seeing you over here, Leo, with this this owl and peacock energy. So, whoever this is, they kind of sense that you're distracted or you're coming up as not focused on them, okay? So this is someone, I feel, Leo, that wants your attention, okay? You could speak to this person. This could also be like a friend of yours, okay? But yeah, they have their eye on you. I see them watching you. This person could come in every now and again, like, sending you a message, checking on you. Hey, Leo, how are you doing? What's going on? And then they, kind of, dragonflies is a fast moving energy. Okay. So this person could like always be on the move. Maybe they travel a lot. All right. But every, now and again, I'm hearing like maybe they even like stop through your town, stop through your city, something like that. Okay. But dragonfly usually shows up when someone is questioning their own thoughts, the content of their, thoughts and what's on their mind. And you're on their mind, but they are wondering like what's real and what's not real about you, about their relationship with you, or, I don't know, wondering what's going on with you. But you seem, I will say this, like I hate when I do that. You're very, focused, and this is probably going to resonate with a lot of Leos where you have like a lot of air, okay, like strong air placements, okay, or even Virgo or Cancer, Pisces, okay, because the owl is my High Priestess card, and the peacock, for some reason, I associate it with the Nine of Pentacles. So, your odds are you're very attractive, right? Like the peacock is a very attractive mate. And you have your eye on something that you feel is that a lot of you could be practicing, like not just even like the law of attraction, but the law of assumption. Okay, so a lot of you could be in manifesting mode. This doesn't have to be about attracting a partner. This could be attracting your, manifesting your desired reality. Okay, like I'm getting magician, high priestess energy with you. I'm, getting a Leo that potentially you're, in manifesting, you're very much aligning with your, magician energy or high priestess energy. You're in a high vibrational state. Okay. I guess that's what I'm saying. So let's pull some cards really quickly to show me the situation with Leo and who this is. You're about to receive something, Leo, though. I want to tell you that on a really positive note, because whenever the owl, okay, cards like the owl or the elephant or what else? The owl for air, the elephant for fire, the dolphin for water, okay? I forget which one it is for earth. But whenever those animal spirit cards show up, it means that a profound blessing is on its way. And you sense it. You sense that a blessing is on its way. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. Hold on. Okay, I'm getting, wow. Yeah, I'm getting like axe, coffin. For you, Leo, it's almost like something that's happening here. Something like an ending is a blessing, if that makes sense. Like something associated with a cycle, a chapter closing is a blessing. You're looking at that like a blessing. Okay. So maybe some of you are finalizing a divorce or, finishing up school, okay? Different things like that. All right. Okay, there's a lot of messages coming through. So show me the situation with Leo and their dragonfly here. What's the situation with these two? Addiction. All right. Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block or restraint. This could be somebody that wants to come back into your life. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, this can be someone that wants to come back into your life. Show me what Leo wants in this connection. Acts. You're very focused, right? Look, it says breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. Okay, we're going to get into that because I told you, I saw, like, this is what you're hyper focused on. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so those are the Leos that I'm really going to connect with. A number of you know that you're in some sort of like codependent. Now that I'm looking at these cards, you're in some sort of like codependent, or yeah, you're either involved in this or you're looking at a situation that you know could be better. Okay, 11:11 on the time as I'm saying that. It's gonna be a little different when you all watch it, but it looks like the axe is cutting the chain. You see what I'm saying? So freedom. A lot of you, the wealth is freedom. You're breaking the chain, breaking a cycle is freedom. Okay. Look what's at the bottom, the dragonfly. Dragonfly also feels very free. Like a dragonfly energy is like movement, very quick, fast movement. So it's almost like this person is looking at you and they're like, is Leo really going to be able to like take flight with me? All right. That's how it's coming through. Cause all right. There's also something about you moving in silence with the owl. All right. Okay. Hold on. Keys on the ring is coming out. Hold on. Clarify. Clarify what is stopping Leo from getting what they want. Okay, mirroring wanted to come out. Mirror. What is stopping Leo from getting what they want? Oh, I just heard Leo. If you are manifesting mirror work, okay. So I'm getting guided to tell you practice mirror work. Mirror work is going to help you get whatever it is that you're looking to create or manifest. Okay. Mirror magic, mirror work. Okay. Looking the part. Okay, clarify. Oh, jeez. Okay, so much. Okay. Separation. All right. Separation. Is that what wants to come out? Yeah. All right. And I'll pull the outcome card when I'm done clarifying here. Okay. So separation is like what is stopping you from getting what you want here in this connection, Leo. So believing that you're separate. So, okay. This is someone, either you or your person or both of you, believing that they're separate. Okay. What do I mean by that? Really quickly, let me just say it because I'll forget. Whenever we manifest, the best way to phrase something, or if you're wanting a certain desired outcome, you're wanting to have a different experience, the belief in separation causes delay in having that experience. So, when we have this human experience, in order to have the experience, a part of us has to believe that we are separate from spirit when we're not. None of us, we're not separate from anything. We're all connected, okay? The separation is an illusion so that we can do this, okay? So again, this is just guidance that's coming through, Leo. If you want to, that could be why mirror showed up. If you want to create something here that you desire, this could even be for the cross watcher. If you're wanting to create this reality, you have to understand that that reality already exists. So I'm getting like as above, so below. Okay. So that could be the mirror, right? But the reality already exists. Now it's just about you vibrating on that frequency of that reality. Okay, aligning with that version of you that already is experiencing that reality, if that makes sense. So the belief in separation, for some reason, is causing delay in you getting what you want here. Okay. Okay. Two of Pentacles. As I'm staring at your person's energy. All right, so I'm getting Capricorn. We've got Capricorn energy. There's Jupiter in Capricorn. I'm seeing the Hermit, Virgo, Nine of Wands. So you are in, whoever this dragonfly is, I do feel like you are in separation physically with this person. You and this person are not together, okay? Okay. So whoever this is, and I need to pull another card. It is this energy of limbo. Like they feel like they're in this place of limbo with you and they keep going. That's the back and forth I keep seeing. Like, hold on. They're trying to, like, if you don't talk to this person, for example, they keep like picking up their phone to go to message you and then they don't. Like then they put the phone down. Okay. There's also this energy of like waiting, like they're waiting on you. I get that very strongly, like they're waiting on you. Okay. There's also this energy of like feeling very tired. Okay. Let me see. All right, here we go. Six of Wands. More Jupiter energy. All right, hold on. They want your attention. This person wants your attention. Okay. They like getting attention from you. All right. Like, do you see me, Leo? That's how they're coming up. Like, do you see me? They also want, there's something about a win, a victory, okay, that they want with you. Let's look at addiction. Sorry about, they're doing the yard work across the street. Codependency. I'm seeing it. Okay. Let's see. Three of Cups. Okay. All right, hold on. Reconciliation. Mercury in Cancer. Hold on. Five of Pentacles. There again is that separation. I really feel like this person feels left out, okay? They feel, it's Taurus energy, Mercury and Taurus. Yeah, they're feeling left out. This person, I feel, you know, they want to express more to you. I'm getting this as them. They want to express more to you. Did you block this person? Yeah, I feel like some of you may have blocked who this is. But they also, I'm getting that this person feels left out. It's almost like, you know, you see the 3 girls here and the 1 here left out. It's like whoever this is, I think, is feeling left out. I keep hearing that Bruno Mars song, Locked Out of Heaven. That's the song that keeps replaying. You know, almost like Leo, like you're over here creating this sort of, and you've got all this Cancer energy, right? You're over here creating a life that you want, you know, a life of abundance, and this person almost feels like kind of like locked out from it, all right? Ooh, okay, 8 of Cups, huh? Hold on. Let me look at what you... So you're wanting act, stop the pattern. Clarify what Leo is wanting here in this connection. Clarify what Leo would like. Clarify acts. 9 of Swords. 6 of Swords, Page of Cups. Mars and Gemini. Hold on. The Moon in this connection. Death. It's definitely an ending. It's exactly what I was getting. But the Moon and the 9 of Swords, that's what I'm looking at. Like, you know, this is something going on at night, okay? Restlessness. I feel like this potentially could be the pattern that you want to stop. This can be the energy that you want an ending to, okay? 9 of Swords is a very like stressful energy, okay? It's worries, it's fears, okay? And there's a transition happening here, okay? Like I said, I do feel like you're in like this creation mode. But if this is you, Leo, or, you know, if this is you, because there's 2 things I'm getting here. You're wanting like to stop obviously worrying about things. You are wanting clarity. You're wanting to, you know, complete like I said, some sort of cycle, wrap it up and move on to the next chapter. Okay, transcend. But I am getting to like it's interesting because the dragonfly is an air card, but I also associate it with Pisces because it talks about illusion. Sometimes Neptune, right? You have the moon energy. Sometimes Neptune is about fantasy or there can be a lack of clarity. It's water, okay? So I feel like for you, you could be wanting your person, whoever this is, to come out of a certain way, their mindset here. Okay. The way that they look at things. All right. The way that hold on. You could feel like this person that who I'm reading for, that they submit a lot to fear. Okay, they submit a lot to their doubts. And that could be the separation, right? This is absolutely someone who is in a lack mindset, is in a fearful state, is not, tapped in or, vibrating on the frequency of abundance, stability. I have everything I need. This is someone who is very afraid. And I think that that's why you and this person are not lining up. And I think you know that. I feel like I'm talking to a Leo that understands that. Even if you weren't talking about frequencies or anything like in the metaphysical world, even if you were just to simplify it, I think, Leo, you may say like, because I think for some of you, it's like this person's not even on your radar necessarily. Like you're not even looking, their way, or that they don't even have, they want more of your attention, but they don't even have it because the way you all think is just very different. And the way, your perception, there it is, on reality is very different. The perspective is very different. I think this person, thrives off of attention. Okay. Like they want your attention too. I'm seeing that, they thrive off attention. Like, look at me, and they want, they need that. They feel good when you pay attention to this person, Leo. They do feel good. And it's not to talk bad about who this is. Like, people fall into this space here, but I don't know. I think this person also goes back and forth about being completely honest with you, being completely transparent. And I just see you, Leo, where you're like, I'm not going to drag that out of you. If you want to be honest and transparent or be straightforward, then be straightforward. It's all good. Yeah, it's just not even on your radar. And there does seem to be some sort of pattern here. And now that I'm looking at it, okay. So that there's a pattern, that this person does this. And I think you're just like, I don't even have time to pay attention to that. That's a cycle. That's a pattern that they need to break. I think this person also too, Leo, like, maybe sometimes they have the tendency to give you the silent treatment. They have a tendency to have like weird communication with you. I told you that too with the dragonfly. And I don't know. I just think I'm connecting with a Leo that's kind of choosy right now. And I'm here for it. You know, it's like you get to make a choice on what you want to focus on, where you choose to, because you understand that that creates your reality. Duh. Like, I'm not going to focus on what I'm not getting. I'm going to focus on what I have already, you know, and focus on the, you know, the life that I'm creating, you know, and that's the key. That's the key here. They don't have it. Look at that key back there. They have it, right? Because there's no separation, but they don't have it. They don't have it. They can't even see, they can't even understand. So see what I'm saying? There's a break. I would tell your person like Leo can't even pay attention to you. They can't even give you the attention that you want, or they can't even connect with you in the way that you want, because, you know, you believe life is one way and Leo believes life is another way. Okay, it's almost like two separate dimensions. It's almost like you all live in two different universes. That's the vibe I'm getting. Okay, and so yeah, I think you're over here like either transcend or don't. You know, I don't know what to tell you. And then as far as some of you may not want this like you may not want this person to come back. I don't know. You may feel like maybe I don't want you to come back. You know what I mean? But you know, do better, right? Like, so, all right, separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. That yearning energy is now giving me your person's like frequency here. When you yearn for something, you what? You believe that you're separate from that. Okay. And you know, they say too, when you manifest, you don't want to pedestalize what you desire, because then that means that you're putting it up. That means again that you believe that you're separate from it. Okay. And that again causes delay. All right. Let's see. Separation. Clarify. Okay. The Three of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. All right. Jupiter. I'm sorry. No. Not Jupiter. Mars in Capricorn. You've got more Capricorn energy here, but we have Mars in Scorpio. All right, hold on. This, okay, wait a minute. Sadness, missing you, the Five of Cups, that's the sadness, that's the missing you. That's an energy of disappointment and loss, okay? Again, I'm getting Scorpio, Mars and Scorpio. Again, getting this energy, this sense of loss coming from your person's end. I think, okay, there's something going on here where there's also this emphasis on a group. Look, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, okay? Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. So what's between the 3 and the 5? The 2. Two of Cups, there's the Two of Pentacles. Agreement. Separation. Opposite of separation would be agreement, okay? Leo, I feel like this person, I don't know who this is, but they go back and forth, or I'll say this, what's going on here is there's an inability to move forward because, hold on. It's almost like this person would have to first of all, look at things from a different perspective with the Page of Pentacles, okay? This is an energy of, you know, really taking something into consideration, okay? So you may have like given, you know, told this person something, or, you know, there's this idea about the relationship with you two, okay? And, but it can't just be, with the Three of Pentacles, it's emphasizing, it can't just be you, Leo, that, you know, can look at all of this and have this perspective. It has to be this dragonfly and you. Like, if this dragonfly wants to move forward with you, then first of all, I would tell them they have to ground their energy, okay? With all these pentacles, they have to ground their energy. That's the first step. Okay. And agree, I feel, to cooperating with you, Leo. Like, they have to cooperate. And there's something going on here where I feel like that's their hesitation with whether or not they want to do that. That's the issue. And I feel like I'm connecting with a Leo that's just really tired. Like, I don't want to go back and forth anymore about that. I'm done with that. Yeah, I don't want to go back and forth with you about that anymore. And I feel like this person with the Six of Wands, they're wanting like even like recognition from you, and I feel like they're not getting that. And I think that you're just like, it feels a little childish. That's what I'm getting. Like, it feels a little childish. Like, I deserve, you know, it's like you know, yes, they're coming over like, don't you get, you know, I want to get what I deserve almost from you, Leo. And it feels like you're over here like, no, like we like, if we're going to, again, this is about working together, communicating, you know, together. And your person comes up very much like, with this, you know, with five, it's like conflict energy. Also too, giving me very stubborn, like, I don't want to change. They don't want to change. Think about all that fixed energy, right? And I think that you're looking at whoever this is, if you're even looking at them, right? You're like, you know, but this is the mind, 100%. Even the moon is also the mind, okay? It's how we filter things, right? So the Nine of Swords and the moon, you know, what you want is this person to deal with these thoughts and emotions and figure it out. Because I think you're over here, Leo, like, I don't have time. I don't have time to guide you. I don't have time to, you know, you got to figure it out. And there's something here where they're just not, it's like I see you, Leo, and I see you in agreement with other people and what you have going on. And then there's this person on the outside that is just, I don't know, pouting. Gives me very pouty energy, okay? I don't know who this is. Well, I'm saying that because it's like, it gives me very childlike energy. And they're not like, in order for them to move forward with you, I would say to this person, whatever this means, like, you would have to cooperate. And I feel like they're not, like, it's for them, they go back and forth with whether or not they want to cooperate with you, Leo. I don't know. Okay. All right. And I just think you're over here like, well, you know, you're over here like, I see it. Like, I'm getting everything I want. You're over here affirming. So, All right, let's see. What outcome are you and this person aligning with? All right, this is what we're going to get into over on your extended. What outcome are these two aligning with? Okay. Date. Here we go. Meeting someone new. Ooh. Date, get back out there, plan, set a date. Like I said, maybe this is somebody new that wants your attention. That's why I said I don't know. I don't know who this is, but they definitely want your attention. Maybe you all are going to plan or set a date with this person. The date is set. We'll see. I'm going to get into this over on the second part of your reading, okay? So the extended link is in the description, top of the comments. We're going to talk about what you and this person look like moving forward with this energy, okay, Leo? We're going to dive deeper into this person's feelings about you and the connection with you, what they want with you, what do they think you want, how they're viewing you in the relationship and connection. We're going to talk about the best potential outcome that I'm seeing here in this connection with you two. And then we are going to get into the timeline of forward movement. All right, whatever you want to happen, I'll tell you when I see that happening. And then we're going to do the call to action. Like, what's the advice for each of you here in this situation? All right, Leo. So if you're joining me, I'll see you over on the other side. If this is where we part ways, love you all. Good luck with everything. I'll see you next time. Peace.